touch back on that news out of Manchester United this evening concerning Cristiano Ronaldo. So you might remember that he left the field of play, or left the Old Trafford arena before the final whistle last night. He was on the bench, an unused substitute for Manchester United's win over Tottenham. Left with about a minute and a half to go down the tunnel. And it seems Erik ten Hag was asked about it. He said he would deal with it today. Deal with it he has. Here's the statement that came out of United earlier on today. Cristiano Ronaldo will not be part of the Manchester United squad for this Saturday's Premier League game against Chelsea. The rest of the squad is fully focused on preparing for that fixture. So Ronnie is on the naughty step. And Brian, I'm conscious that you were there at the match last night at Old Trafford. What would you say the mood was among the United faithful, and did Ronaldo's actions jar with the mood last night?
I got there was a great sense of elation last night at the ground. Manchester United supporters knew they were witnessing their team playing to, I'd almost say, a special performance, given what they've seen in the last maybe 4 or 5 seasons. It was a really, really good performance. I mean, there was a ferocious tempo to the game. I think Damien watched the game too. We were talking about it earlier. But they deserved to win the game much more convincingly than the scoreline, 2-0. Hugo Lloris made 4 or 5 superb saves to keep Manchester United out when it was no score, when it was 1-0. And the second goal was a better reflection on the game, but really it should have been a lot more. So the supporters were absolutely delighted. At the end, they were chanting the names of various players, including Fred, who scored a goal. But and I played very well in the match. But as the manager walked along the touchline at the end, I was up towards where the tunnel was and where Ronaldo walked in before the match finished. There was an elation about it, I think, and a relief probably that they look like they're in much better shape. So I would think that the Ronaldo one was kind of, and I have to say that on the way home today among Manchester United supporters, I kind of got a feeling of acceptance now that he is in demise to a degree. For all his magnificent achievements in the game, I think even there are...
was the sense that behaviour was unacceptable among the fans?
I think so. I mean, there wasn't much reference to it last night at the end of the game. It was about how well the team had played the night, how hard they run, how far they run. They run further last night than any match before. I think in the last couple of seasons, we're up around 115 kilometres last night. But that was almost obvious to the eye. And Ronaldo was not part of that. When Ronaldo played 2 games this year, Newcastle, Brentford, who were beaten 4-0 by Brentford, 0-0 with Newcastle, 2 games he started. He scored 1 goal. He's 6 sub appearances. Come on early. In the Everton game, Martial went off and he scored before half-time. That's his only league goal. He did in last year. Now, you can't score if you're not on the pitch, but you've got to earn the right to be on the pitch. And there's no messing with this manager. He's definitely had the reputation of being a disciplinarian and not putting up with anyone stepping out of line.